Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Source. Coming into Divisional weekend with some momentum. 5-1 against the spread last weekend on Wildcard weekend. Also had a nice little 4-0 NBA sweep last night. So good vibes, good energy. Let's keep it rolling. AFC, Divisional round, Chiefs, Jags, let's go.
Welcome to The Source. The Source. Hey, get the Source.
All right, Jacksonville on the road in Arrowhead here. The line opened up Chiefs minus 8.5 by Tuesday morning, still 8.5. Public is about dead even, but look at all that sharp money on the Jags. 97% of the money on Jacksonville as of Tuesday morning. Here we are on Friday, and we're kind of looking at the same thing still. Public is still leaning towards Kansas City. And if you look at the money, majority of the money is still on Jacksonville, but actually, it looks like the books have been slowly taking Chiefs money in all week. Line doesn't move. We're still looking at 8.5. So let's cap this game. If you subscribe to this channel, you already know the first step. We're running the numbers through the spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Kansas City minus 14.65. So that is a 6-point lead on the Chiefs here. All right, so let's break this matchup down. Obviously, Jags pull off an insane comeback down 27-0. One of the craziest comebacks in playoff history. Actually, that screwed up my perfect week too. Chargers minus 2.5 was my only loss. Would have been 6-0 if it wasn't for that. So check these out. Trevor Lawrence starts the game out 5 of 18, 35 yards, 4 interceptions, and a 0.0 passer rating. That's through the first 7 possessions. From that point on, he finishes 23 of 29, 253 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a 142.6 passer rating. Started off slow, then went absolutely ballistic. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence deserves a ton of credit. He was great in that game, but we also need to tip our hats to the Jags offensive line because the Chargers came into that game with the hottest pass rush in the NFL, and they were still able to get the pass game rolling. The reason it's important to take note of that, because we're heading into this game against Kansas City, right? We know that the Chiefs are an offensive team. This is not a team that's led by its defense. But one thing the Chiefs defense can do is pressure the quarterback. Last year, the Chiefs defense finished 30th in the NFL in sacks. This year, second, only to the Eagles, second in sacks. They also finished 5th in the NFL in quarterback pressure rate. And it seems like the Chiefs pass rush is just heating up too, which makes it even scarier. In the last 5 weeks, the Chiefs had a pressure rate of 34.5%. To put it into perspective, Dallas led the league in pressure rate at just 26%. So almost 10% higher than the league leader. Now, to be fair, the Chiefs' last 5 games, they were against Denver twice, the Raiders, the Seahawks, and the Texans. Not exactly a grueling schedule, but still a 34.5% pressure rate is nuts. So that's an area of concern for Jacksonville. We definitely got to keep an eye on that. How does the Jags offensive line do against the Chiefs pass rush? One area that's not a concern for Jacksonville, the run game. We can say what we want about the Chiefs pass rush, but nobody can argue the fact that the Chiefs have been very vulnerable to the run all year. And Travis Etienne does it again. 20 carries, 109 yards against the Chargers last week. Now, I know the Chargers don't have a great run defense, but neither do the Chiefs. You already know that Doug Peterson is coming into this game with a game plan to utilize a lot of Travis Etienne. And if I'm being honest, I don't know if Kansas City's defense can stop it. Now, let's flip the script and talk about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense against the Jacksonville defense, because everything I just said, you could basically copy and paste and say the same exact thing on this side. Remember how I just said the strength of the Chiefs defense is the pass rush, and they finished the season 5th in the NFL in pressure rate? Want to know where the Jags finished? 4th. This is also a defense that really rides its pass rush. It can get to the quarterback but struggles against the run, just like the Chiefs defense. So just like Doug Peterson, I fully expect Andy Reid to come into this game and run the ball. I expect Pacheco to get a lot of looks, which is why I put this side bet down. Pacheco over 12.5 carries. As I'm recording this, it's there. By the time you watch it, it might not be because Edwards-Helaire is just ruled out. So if you can get it, great. If not, I'm sorry. I expect to see the Chiefs run the ball significantly more than we're used to from this offense. We're used to seeing Mahomes run the show, and of course, Patrick Mahomes is going to have plenty of opportunities to make plays. I just think we're going to see a lot more running out of the Chiefs than we're used to. And the same thing I said about the Chiefs defense, same goes for the Jags defense. I don't think they can stop it. Total of this game opened up at 51.5. It's moved up to 3. And based on what I said, right, you would think I'm on the over. I probably am leaning the over, but keep in mind, I'm expecting a lot of running. High completion percentage on both sides, which means the clock's going to roll, and 53 is a big number, so I'm probably going to stay off the total. I would lean over slightly. So which side am I picking against the spread? You already know. I'm not laying 8.5 points to a team that's won 6 straight games and is averaging 30 points a game in that span. This Jags offense is looking unstoppable, and if we're seeing a back and forth shootout, Obviously, I want 8.5 points in my pocket. Give me Jacksonville plus 8.5. Let's go. If anything changes with this bet, I will let you know on Twitter, so give me a follow there if you want. Also, if you want the final tickets, we've been hot. The final tickets we do, bet of the day, top bets, VIP ticket, that kind of stuff. Head over to KyleKirms.com or download the Sauce Network app. We crushed the wild card round. How about we crush the division round next? Remember to bet responsibly, and I will talk to you on Twitter.